Hey guys, look now, you're back again with another video. So today I'll be making a video on my PlayStation Vita. So I'll be showing you what a modded PlayStation Vita can do and why you should maybe get one. And I'll also be telling you some things I don't like about the Vita, but there's not that many at all actually. So over here is my PlayStation Vita that I have imported from Japan, and as you can see, it's all white. It looks really good. Now I did make a mod to this thing. The only mod I've ever done was an SD card mod. As you can see here, it uses a game cartridge to use storage, because if you were to buy an actual storage thing, it would cost you almost $300 to get the highest one, brand new too. So that's why it's much more cheaper to get this, because you can get 256 gigabytes and a thing for less than $50. So this is my PlayStation Vita that's been modded. Now before, you guys were asking for what the case I got, and I'm gonna just tell you, do not get this case. Like, look at this, it broke. There's pieces here, there's a piece here, there's another piece, all this, and this all didn't last like a week. So that's why I don't recommend getting this case if you want. But I like clear cases, but I think I'm gonna get a silicone one next. Over here is like what I have on my Vita. So what you can do with the Vita is you can get these things called ports. I have these retro games, but example, you can play Mario Kart on the Vita. Like, it's a custom port of it. You can sometimes even play online play, but you need a special servers for this. Now, you cannot get banned on PlayStation Network with this thing. That's something I like because of the spoofing thing. If you have spoofing enabled, there's no way you can get banned on this Vita at all. And that's what I like about it. And if you get banned, they're only going to ban, I think, your account or something maybe. But it's a temporary ban. As you can see, this is full-on Mario Kart. And it works pretty well. Now, another thing I don't like about this is when you set it flat, your touchscreen doesn't work, but when you hold it, then it works, which I think is maybe something normal with it. But it's literally a full-on version of Mario Kart, which is something I like. See, you can play a lot of games on this thing. Another thing that I like about the Vita is these custom things once you mod it. So when you get it, you mod it. As you can see, I have a PS5 theme, because to me this kind of looks like a PS5 because of the white and black thing going. You can also get Discord on your Vita, Facebook, friends, messages. If your friends play on PlayStation, you can still talk to them on this thing and message. It's pretty cool. Facebook and Vita Cord is obviously custom firmware. More things you can do with this is you get PlayStation Store, which is still up to this day. You get this thing, which gets you, I think, other apps, and this thing is amazing. Now, when you get a PS Vita, one thing I'm going to tell you should download right away or get is something called PKG Store. If you get this, you can get any PlayStation 1 games, PSP, PS Vita games that are made. As you can see, this is a whole complete library and you can download them. That's why I got most of my games. Yes, it is pirating, but I'm not about to spend that much money for games because PS Vita games are pretty expensive. Over here, I have my homebrew things. H Encore is your hack. You have Vita Shell, which is where you're gonna add and remove files. It's the same thing like my Nintendo Switch, where you use the USB-C method. This thing uses Vita Shell, and you know, it's pretty cool because the Vita is pretty small. That's why I like this thing. But there are some things I don't like about it. Like, once again, the touchscreen, as you can see, it doesn't work when you put it down. That's like with most Vitas, but when you pick it up, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You do have other apps like Vita Homebrew Browser, Custom Themes, Registry Auto Plugin is where you can get these custom plugins like downloading game ports, other stuff, Save Manager, and Battery Fixer, which actually can make your battery life better than what it is. Other stuff, you can make your Vita look like a Switch if you really wanted to. Like, when I launched this thing up, it really just uses our app just to change the whole home screen, but it doesn't completely change it. It's only a temporary home screen. Every time you launch that app, it'll like stay like that, but if you turn the app off or something, then as you can see, I have all my games here, port stuff. It works the way it's supposed to. Like settings, if I go in settings, it brings me there. And now one thing is, if you have a Japan version of, and as you can see, the touchscreen doesn't work, but one thing is, if you have a Japan version, circle on X or flip, but this thing kind of gets rid of it. So we can close this up. Another thing I like is the emulators on this thing. It's amazing. You get N64, which runs pretty smooth, not gonna lie. You have MGA, which I've been playing Mario on this thing, and it's been running really good. The screen, I like the screen a lot on this thing, and it shows good quality. You have Retroarch, which I like this a lot because you can run any emulator up to, I think, DS maybe, but the DS is pretty buggy on this thing. That's why I really don't use it. I just use it up to maybe the SNES or maybe GBA. That's pretty much all I would use it for. But as you can see, I made it look like a PS3 type thing. You can get this thing. I think it's standard in all of the Switch stuff. Not Switch, but Retroarch. Retroarch, I have it on my Switch so they look the same. That's how I like my things, mainly to look the same. Over here, I do have other games. These are all like games you can get from PKG and auto plugin, so it's pretty cool. Now this is what I like a lot. If you love PSP games, I love PSP games. So if you press this and you open it, sometimes it doesn't work, but if you press it again, and I'll put the volume up because it really turns your PS Vita into a PSP, as you can see. There you go. And this is PSP now, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of games I have on here too, so if you go on memory stick, it takes a second. I have all my games here. And they play full speed. There's no lag because it's literally back to being a PSP. And that's what I like about it. It has backwards compatibility with it. It's like 3DS has backwards compatibility with its DS. This has backwards compatibility with its PSP. Those are some of the things you can do with this. Another cool thing you can do with this is you can run PC games, but I still haven't managed to figure that out because the thing called Moonlight doesn't work that well. That's why it's kind of sucks to use this thing for that. Other thing is you can't run Android yet on this, but there are people working on that. There's some other device I'll be showing pretty soon that kind of is a little better on this if you're using for an emulation device. If you want an emulation device to take care of you, there's one device I'll be showing in the next video, and I'll be comparing every handle I have in that video. So you can run a lot of games on this thing. This thing's pretty powerful. You can even watch YouTube videos, Netflix, all that stuff. As you can see, YouTube, Netflix is here. I'm signed into my accounts and stuff. If you don't want to bring that many devices, you could just bring this thing. This thing could maybe do it all. You can still play your PS4 on here, which I like a lot, to be honest. But the PS Vita, in my opinion, it is worth it in 2022. Only issue is the game library for the PS Vita is not that strong. Uncharted is really good on this. Walking Dead, Persona, those are really the good games. These games, other games I have, is just like, if I go somewhere I want to play a quick game, that's what it is. Mainly what I've been using my thing for was for emulation. But the thing is, this thing doesn't fit that well in the pocket. And I want something that felt really well in the pocket. So you kind of got an idea what might be in the next video for the best handheld to take everywhere you go for emulation. Now over here, it is pretty powerful. It's a pretty powerful system, way better than the 3DS, obviously. And you can download your games, update your games, you get everything. You can still get trophies. You can hack the games too by adding custom mods and stuff, so you can get unlimited ammo, for example, in some games and stuff. That's why I like using the PS Vita. Now, yeah, you get Minecraft, everything here. You can even do still, I think, online play with the PS Vita, which is still pretty cool. The store is still open and everything. But the main thing is, when you get a Vita, you want to hack it, you want to get PKG. And hacking PS Vita takes only 30 minutes, I would say. So if I shut it down real quick, I'll show you how mine is set up. So I'll give it like a second or two to shut down fully. Once again, don't get this case. It sucks. Like, I can't return it because I had this order for 3 months, but it broke in 2 weeks. So it can still work. I just need to super glue it. That's the only issue with the case, but just don't get the case in general. It just really sucks to have. But now that the PS Vita is fully shut off, the cameras are pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I used it like a few times. Now, up here, this is how my memory situation is. On my last video, it was an unboxing, and you saw how I had it set up. Now over here, this is where all my storage is. I have 256 gigabytes on this thing, and this thing I only use 118 gigabytes of my storage. I still can add as much stuff as I want to. If you even get 118 gigabytes, it's like way more than enough for me. I just loaded this thing with games. I can maybe even get every game, but I don't know why I would want to, but I can, and this thing is pretty good. It's a PSV adapter. They made different models of this thing, and you would want to get one for your PS Vita because some models don't work. You want to get the newest gen too. I got the newest one. That's why I like this thing a lot. I forgot how to put this back in. There we go. But that is what's really on my modded PS Vita. Now, if I was to compare this to my Switch, like as a daily thing, Switch is better because pretty soon it's gonna have Vita game support on it. And on my Switch, it is the same type of design going, all white consoles. That's how I like my handhelds. They're all white, they look nice. And that's pretty much it. So, that's I think it for this video. That's literally what is on my modded PS Vita. So, yeah.